Friends, this is the second video that I would like to show you about the EclaireXL FPGA Atari 800XL computer. This time I connected the data board to the main board using two flat cables that I explained in my first video. The data board is mounted to the main board using 4 spacers on both sides, and to it we can connect the cartridge, 4 joystick port, SIO port. In this demonstration, I'm going to connect both VGA and HDMI. I have here a 6x9 HDMI screen and a 4x3 VGA screen. The Eclair board can output both video at the same time, so we can see the difference. And I'm going to use speakers on the audio port, a remote control keyboard. I'm still using this small keyboard. It's not very comfortable. That's the one I have so far until I get something better. So it's going to be a remote controlled keyboard here and power through the USB port. So let's connect the Eclair board and see what it can do. Okay, so we connected the Eclair board to the peripherals and we power on the screen. And let's switch on the board, and you can see that it boots both by the VGA screen and the HDMI screen itself. Let's see if we can just switch off the audio from the HDMI, because we are using the speaker. They will give better performance. Okay, so the first thing, let's try and put a cartridge. This is a minor 2049er cartridge. So we switched on and the 16K cartridge boots. We can go ahead and connect an Atari joystick. This is the standard Atari joystick. Let's put it on port number 1. And we can use that to play the game. Alright, so it works well, nice graphics, very clear and sharp image. Let's try another cartridge. Got busted. Let's try the Frogger game. I used to be good at that. Anyway, nice, again, clear, sharp image, both on the HDMI and on the VGA screen. Let's try and switch it off. Let's try the Ultimate cartridge. We have some software on that as well. So we're booting the Ultimate cartridge. It's like when you boot it on the real Atari computer, it boots to the Ultimate cart menu. We can load cartridge images, or we can go and see some demos. And we can try and load the famous Atari Boing demo. On the HDMI screen, because it's a 6x9, it's a fairly old screen, I cannot set it to operate as 4x3, so you can see the image is a little bit stretched. But on the VGA screen, sharp image, 4x3, it's very nice. Let's reset the Atari computer, and let's try and load another demo. Let's see if I can try and see if there is something here that could be good for the demonstration. Okay, let's try, and this is fairly something new. It's an image of Atari Max cartridge. It detects the stereo. The Eclair board emulates also a dual POKey, so I can listen to the music in stereo. Push the space. It's a high-res animation. The lines that you see here are deliberately made by the demo just to convert it. It's the new version of the Bad Apple demo. Clear and sharp image. We're not going to watch the whole thing because we have plenty of things to show here. Let's see if we have another interesting demo here. We can go back here if you want to see. Oh, this is very nice. This is a demo that's using illegal opcodes, 6502 illegal opcodes, and it's similar to Rescue and Factorless, doing random 3D planes. It works very nice. So the Eclair board also can support illegal opcodes. Alright, let's try and do something else. Let's switch it off and connect to it the My IDE cartridge. And let's navigate into the FAT32 loader. See if I have some files here. They are ready. See if this one works. I'm using now the loader from the Atari Max cartridge. And this is a game. I can use a joystick. So I'm just using the Atari Joystick to play the game. I'm not a good player, so, or at least I used to be a good player, but and you can see the difference between the 6x9 and the 4x3. Both are nice and clear images. So the Atari Max also works on the Eclair board. And let's try and load the side cartridge. So I'm going to boot now. I'm going to stream a video out of the side 2 cartridge. I've demonstrated that on a real Atari on another video that I made. So basically the cartridge, this compact flash cartridge, data is streamed directly to the GTIA of the Atari. So I'm going to switch it on. And now we are seeing this video already on a real Atari, and you can stream a video on a standard 16K Atari computer, 600XL for example, and now we are seeing that the video streaming can also be done on the EclaireXL board. So it's nice, clear, sharp image, very smooth, very nice. So let's move on and try and show something else. So I'm going to switch it off and switch on the board. I'm using the F12 key. I'm going to go into the settings and I'm going to mount an ATR file. Let's mount this one, sysinfo version 2.24. And let's boot the computer with the Option key pressed. So like in a regular Atari, we can mount ATR files. And let's see what's there. So we're going to load sysinfo 2. So it's loading the system information disk, and I'm going to navigate to the system menu. Well, basically it shows us that it detected as an Atari XL XE, because that's the ROM that we have loaded into the EclaireXL at the moment. It detected the 6502 CPU. It also detected that it's running on PAL, because on the settings of the Eclair I set it to PAL. If I would change it to NTSC and reload the software, it will detect it as an NTSC mode. And basic ROM is currently the version C that it's loaded there. Let's see if I can go in and go into a test. There is some test features in this software. And I'm going to scroll down into a graphics and test. I can do CPU performance and floating point math speed performance, but to show something more visual, I'm going to do this graphics and text speed. Basically what it does, it's doing a primitive plot routine, just drawing some plot routines on the screen, and later it will do some draw to routines and some fill routines, and that's the speed that the Atari will perform on a normal Atari computer. This, again, draw routines if you do it on a standard Atari CPU speed. But we have the Eclair board, and we can click on F12 and we can change the speed of the computer of the processor to twice, 4 times, and let's try 8 times. Let's switch back by pushing escape, and you can see now it's done much faster. And this is just a text stream through the CIO commands, scroll text, and basically it will do some kind of calculation and will give values determining on your performance. Let's try again and see how fast it does. So it works pretty much fast when we speed up the processor 8 times faster. Let's go to the settings. We can even go higher we can do 30 times faster than a normal Atari processor speed. Let's click escape. And we can see that it will do it even faster. Let's try and do the graphics and text. Now it's even running faster. The point here that is, it's not to accelerate games. In fact, we can even try and load some games like Karateka that I demonstrated using the Rapidus upgrade. The point is not to make the games run faster, is that you have your ability that you write new software, a new program on the Atari computer that can be executed faster when it needs to do extensive manipulation and calculations. So this is the software. Let's try and run something else. Go again to the menu and see if we can mount another floppy here. We can do some screen tests just to see the pixels. I know what I'm going to do. I have something I wanted to show in the demos section. We can try and load that. This is another demo written in Poland a while back ago. I'm going to try change the speed back to normal speed. This is a graphic 9. Screen image. You can see it on both of the VGA on the HDMI screen. And very shortly we'll add some more effects to this demo. So in this demo you can see some high-res graphic 9 and graphics 11, basically just with the right timing split the screen into 3 graphics modes. Okay, let's go back to the menu. We can try and find something else. I'll try if I can find something that would be interesting to show and something that I haven't shown before. Let's see if I have on the games discs. Let's see the game Karateka. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to mount it and we can show how it's going to work when the speed is accelerated 32 times. Let's put the computer. So what we are trying to do now is to boot the Karateka floppy and to, in a computer that it's 30 times speed faster, you can see how fast it's going to scroll, and basically the sound is going to stay the same speed because Pokey is not accelerated, it's only the processor that is accelerated. Same thing like the Rapidus. Push start, play the game. So the point again here is not to make games run faster because they are really unplayable at that speed, but it's the option of showing that we can make new software that could do more on the Atari computer. So let's see if we can have if we have something else. We have another demo here that we can show. I think this demo requires extra memory, so I'm going to go back into the settings and I'm going to increase the memory. Let's put 1 megabyte here. Restart the computer with extra memory, and now the demo is going to load where extra memory. We have extra memory banks, so the demo could load to the appropriate banks and play. So in general, we can store ATR files on the SD card that we insert into the Eclair board. We can download those ATRs from the archives or from the internet, and then we can simply load them quick and fast and play them on the Atari computer. Games, demos, we can switch very easily between PAL and NTSC through the settings screen. I will switch later to NTSC just to show you how it works. Let's wait for the demo to start. It's still in the loading process. And when it finished, we will just watch the demo. The demo started. Plenty of nice effects in this fairly old demo. Let's move on and see something else. By pushing F9, we're going to go into a disk loading menu. And I think I have here some audio demonstration I want to show. See if I will just remember the file name. That's not it. It's graphics demo. Maybe it's on the floppy here. No. Music. No, it's not here. Anyway, save it probably for next time. There was a nice audio demonstration that I could show the stereo support, Covox, sound sampling support. I don't remember where I stored that file. It's probably can be far. It should be here somewhere. Games, discs. Anyway, never mind. We can also mount cartridges. Probably I showed it earlier. If you push F12, let's exit that. You can mount a cartridge. Out of the cartridges menu, we can mount an Atrax cartridge or Basic Excel, Spartados, or any cartridge that the emulator can run. Let's try one of the Atrax cartridges as car format, and it will boot into the cartridge menu, and you can select the game, and the game will load from the cartridge. Exactly as if we're plugging the cartridge to the Eclair, we can also mount cartridge images into the Eclair board. Okay, what I wanted to show you is when I go to the menu, you can see that right now my video settings is set to operate at PAL, but I can also change it to NTSC, and when I do so, the video mode now is set to NTSC, so I'm running at 480p at 60 Hz, and when I'm changing it to PAL, the video is set to 576p at 50 Hz. So I can switch between PAL and ATNC and load demos and games and play them in PAL mode, or on the fly going to the settings and change it into PAL NTSC mode. The video mode I can select between composite, VGA, DVI, HDMI, S-Video, Scan Doubler, and RGB. At the moment, I'm using VGA and HDMI. These are the two screens. If I have here an old CRT mode monitor, I can connect it, set it to RGB, and basically the output will, the Eclair board will output at 15 kilohertz video into the old CRT screen. Let's try and load the floppy from the floppy drive. Let's exit here, going back. Let's make sure that I am just removing the mounted ATR from drive 1 and remove the cartridge from the cartridge port. We're going to switch on the floppy drive and put a game, a floppy one-on-one game. The floppy drive, my 1050 drive, is connected to the SIO port of the Eclair board. And I'm going to exit and boot the Atari computer with the Option key pressed. And floppy is being booted from a regular 1050 drive. Now this is a protected diskette with probably double sectors or phantom sectors. So the floppy, the software is checking for the protection, and when it's okay, it will continue and load the game. Okay, so now we have the Julius Erving versus Larry Bird, and we can go ahead and play the game. Okay, that's nice. Nice image, clear image. Of course, it's better on the 4:3 screen. It doesn't look that our image is too stretched. Okay, so what we're going to do next? Next, I'm going to take an XC12 tape player, connect it to the SIO port. The XC12 doesn't have a power source, it takes power from the SIO port. And I'm going to connect one of the tapes that we have over here. These are tapes that I got from Poland. These are protected tapes, so they have the long IRG to load, as I'm going to try and load those on the floppy and see how it does. So let's connect the tape. Okay, so we moved out the cartridges and we put the XC12 tape, connected it to the Eclair SIO port. Let's take a game called Monstrum. Should be this way. Put it on the cassette player, push play. And now we're going to reset the Atari computer while pressing the option and start. Let's just lower the volume a bit. And I think I'll put it the other way aside. Again, F10, option and start key to play the cassette, and push enter to play. Let's see if we can get the tape to load. Okay, so now it's loading the game. Well, I'm not going to wait 12 minutes. I'm going to pause the video and just wait.